Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian Brown. I got you. I realize that a lot of you won't pay attention to my videos. In fact, I probably get nothing from them. And I really don't care. But either way, there's a few things I want to talk about. Like I said, that there's no wrong way to put it, except for, to put it to make videos, except for even if we didn't have rules according to YouTube, and for them to enforce it, it wouldn't matter. Because if it did, why do some videos slip through anyway? I don't know. Don't ask me. Not an expert on it. So, but you can make a video any way long you want to. The question isn't how long it should be. It's how long are you willing to wait before you can upload the next video. And I would highly recommend that you, if you're like me, you forget easily enough, or if you don't want to make a mistake like I did, or even if you did, never do it again. I'm not saying you did or didn't, but let's just not go there. I am saying that I did. That I had perfectly good videos. I don't remember how many of them I had, but I never did upload them, and I don't want to take that chance again. But even though that I find myself sometimes where I do that. And then there's times now that I completely delete videos. Because if I find out I can't go up there or the amount of time I need to before I go to sleep. Depending on how many I have that are long. And I mean really long. By up there I mean the internet that allows me to upload within the amount of time that I absolutely need. Otherwise, I wouldn't even care. So the thing is that for anybody specifically, the length is not the problem. The length can be, however, a problem for someone to watch it for that long a period of time. Like me, I can't watch it for, depending on how long it is. I'd have to completely pause it and come back to it. Otherwise, I can't keep up with it. And honest to God, I can't. A movie is different. Trying to keep up with someone who's playing a video game, no. And I don't mind showing respect and support by views, but I'm not going to sit there and waste my time when trying to watch something when I could, because I'll just fall asleep. There's literally, I fell asleep on a buddy of mine who was live streaming, and dude, I can't stay up that long. If I pass out, I pass out. I'm not going to sit there and promise to be there. It's not my fault that I can't stay awake that long like you can, I admit that nowadays I'm having difficulty sleeping. I've always had a kind of a difficult time sleeping, but not this bad. Like it's every day now. Seems about to be around between 12 and to 1 o'clock, even later than that, where I can get to sleep. So, but another thing I want to talk about. Because there's this guy on there that went and did some scams. It's kind of made them pay. It's a little too far, but it is what it is. In my personal opinion, it is. But speaking of which, going a little too far, well, I can go even further than that, but I won't. There's ways I can think of that I know would work to stop them from being in business, but I'm not going to even remotely suggest them or anything like that. I'm just going to say that you want to get rid of them. Oh, there's ways. Would I ever say them? No, not at all. I can think about them all day long. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, because I don't have the way or resources or both, should I say actually, to even do what would need to be done. And Especially because, like, if you know, one way can't do it, there's always another way. So, but believe me, you wouldn't like what I would have to say about it. So I'm not even gonna bother to remotely even suggest the idea. I can just remotely tell you that yeah, oh yeah. Because yes, scams are very, very bad. I don't fall for them. Like, I've had plenty of times where someone says, your thing is infected. No, it isn't. That's horse crap, and I know it. It's just a way for you to click on it, and I'm not going to do that. You know, as a matter of fact, I don't like talking about my life. Not that I hate talking about it, I just don't like to. Because of the drama involved into it. But there's a time in my life I have forgotten. I don't even think I even ever mentioned this anywhere else. But somebody in my life that, let's just say, did things they weren't supposed to do, especially on my computer, and decided he was going to run a scan. I shut it down. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "What do you think I'm doing, dude?" Because I didn't trust that at all. Because I don't like that kind of stuff. And I didn't mind sharing my computer, but I'll be damned if I'm going to have viruses in it. I don't care what this person was doing. I didn't care at the time. I said, you can look whatever you want to. You do what you want, but no viruses. So, because I know what I'm doing. I'm an actual tech on this kind of stuff. I mean, I'll admit that there's a lot of things that I still have to learn, like any other tech, even if they're, no matter what year they're starting out and they're learning about computers. Because that's one of the things we have to deal with is learning about technology. The differences are is that if you want to learn, you're going to be learning more about the old versus the new, and a lot of the old is still into the new that you have to kind of trace back to anyway to understand about computers. There's another difference on top of that is that you'll never be able to understand the struggles and whatnots from before versus now. You might be more ready for it versus the older generation is not. So, you know, just because you're starting, 2019, 2012, whatever. Yeah, so what? Dude, I was in 1983. I've been around a long time. And you go to the calculator, which I know you're going to think is silly, but, you know, in 2022 of this year, I'm going to be 39. And that's still old. It's like middle-aged, but it's still old. Even though that I'm not 39 yet. Because of my birth month. Not just the year, but the month as well. And you go by the year, but you go by the month when you officially do. It's like my brother, little brother, who is not exactly little anymore, but he'll always be my little brother. He passed away at 25. He was born 2 years later than me. Even though his birthday came first, after the fact that he was born, I came before him. That sounds wrong, but never mind. So, 1985, and if he'd have been alive today, I'm not going to swear, but I think he would have been 37. I think that's what the calculator said last time. Because I find it myself that I rely on it now more than I've ever been able to. Because I was never could ever keep up with it. I knew when he was born. I couldn't remember when my mom was born. So, see, the thing is, when you talk about the history of your family, it's not exactly easy unless you can have paperwork or something that says, "Oh, well, this is when my mom was born." I wasn't around then, obviously. Well, you can't always say obviously because it would be silly. I mean, I can't, but you shouldn't. So, yeah, I don't remember when she was born. I know that my dad, is a lot older than her. You know, my mom was still a lot older than me, but still, you know, I don't know. I'll see y'all later.